Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy world. Now, as you can see by this title of this video, this is an ASMR video. I love to dabble in ASMR. It's always been very beneficial for me, and it's something that I very much enjoy. And I was at the thrift store today where I got a very cute Elizabeth and James vegan leather purse and this book, and I thought it would be perfect for an ASMR video. Unexplained. And as you can see, we have the little black cat detailing here with the eyes. Reminds me of my little black cat Blair. She has green eyes as well. And then we see this kind of Slender Man figure here in the forest background. This book was written by Judy Allen. It is an encyclopedia of curious phenomenon, strange superstitions, and ancient mysteries. She has also written the Fantasy Encyclopedia. So let's open her up. I love how it has this lavender purple sky background we open up to. It says Unexplained. This mystery book is filled with a wealth of information about the paranormal and the bizarre, with bewitching illustrations and photographs. These fascinating stories will captivate both children and adults as they marvel at the unexplained secrets of the universe. Unexplained. I have this handprint detail. I can put my handprint here. Very cool. Kind of like a thermal image. And then we see here, kind of reminds me of Stonehenge, these massive stone figurines. Isn't Stonehenge one of the 7 wonders of the world? These figurines, they're so huge. There is so much mystery in this world. So now, we are at the table of contents. So this is kind of going to tell us what we're going to be in for, delving in to this book. So we have Hauntings, we have The Power of the Mind, which I'm really interested in, Superstitions and Symbols, Natural Phenomena. So we have some more. Strange creatures, disappearances, ancient mysteries, lost lands and secrets, cures, signs, and skills. Oh, this is going to teach me some nature survivor skills, which I desperately need. Not really, it's not like I'm going to be out in nature by myself anytime soon, but just in case. Lost Lands and Secrets, Lines and Labyrinths, List of Paranormal or Phenomena by Area, and From Another Planet. This is a wide range of the unexplained, so if this interests you, let's keep going. I love, love, love how vibrant and detailed the imagery are in this book. What is the unexplained? The unexplained takes many strange forms. It includes every mystery that has not been solved and every question that has not been answered. Are there ghosts? Can your dreams predict the future? Why do frogs fall out of the sky? What is the meaning of Stonehenge? Is the number 13 really unlucky? Where is Sri Lanka? Or Shangri-La? Not Sri Lanka, Shangri-La. Is it possible for a groundhog to foretell the weather? Who makes crop circles? When will we all find out if there is intelligent life forms on other planets? Well, I think that they dropped that last year. They told us, hey everyone, there are actual aliens on the planet with us. And everybody was just like, okay. We don't really know what we're supposed to do with that, but thanks for letting us know. So, we're going to be dealing with the unexplained. Ooh, chapter 1. This picture is a photograph. It shows the empty library of Combermere Abbey on the border of Stoppenshire in Cheshire in England. It was taken in 1891. Not until the photograph was developed did anyone notice the ghost of a recently deceased Lord Combermere sitting in his chair on the left. Oh, they're saying right here. Let me turn some light to it. Yep, you can see him right here. Very faintly, but he's there. Right there. How cool. So this is going to be chapter 1. It's going to be dealing with the hauntings. I'm interested, have any of you ever experienced a haunting in your house or at another location? I for sure believe in ghosts. And I watch a lot of these haunting shows, you know, the Travel Channel has a lot of the haunting shows where they go to different locations. I really enjoy that. But I can't see myself partaking just because I'm especially afraid of something getting attached to me. And I'm kind of a scaredy cat. I'd rather watch it than actually be there in one of the abandoned houses. I actually named my cat after the Blair Witch Project. Her name is Blair. She's a black cat, green eyes. I was saying earlier, but I used to watch a lot of scary movies, but as I've gotten older, I don't know, I haven't been able to digest them or stomach them as much as I used to. But it says, hauntings. By their nature, hauntings are difficult to define. Little is certain except that there are different types of hauntings. Place memory is the replaying of a former event, while time slip brings the observer unexpectedly into the past. Poltergeists throw things. There was a movie called Poltergeist. I believe it's like really old. And create noise and chaos. Oh, and Paranormal Activity. Remember they had like 4 or 5 of those? I believe that would have been a poltergeist because the stuff was moving, people were being touched. That's poltergeist. They create the noise and the chaos. And then there are others. The scariest of all is the unrequited spirits. These cause the shadows and the ghosts, spooky atmospheres, and strange sounds. These are the truly unexplained. See what other hauntings we're gonna get into. Oh, that's not pleasant. Looks like an older woman here with the eyebrows, nose, sunken in, black eyes, the lips here. There's another image. So it's gonna share some haunted house information with us. Apparitions and strange atmospheres have been experienced in all types of places. They take many forms, from the friendly dead watching over the living of those who are mischievous, vengeful, and evil, mysterious, and even imaginary. Three of the most famous stories concerning an energy poltergeists in Germany, phantom faces staring out of a floor in Spain, and a house built to appease the restless spirits in California. Now that house, that's right here, I've definitely heard of it before. But these are probably the phantom faces that are in the floors in the Spain house. But yes, this house I think has been featured in many haunting shows. The Winchester Mystery House in the late 1800s with Sarah Parody. Winchester came into a double inheritance. My goodness. A fortune from the Winchester Rifle Company and a burden of guilt. When her husband died, a psychic told her that the spirits of those killed by the rifles could not rest. The only remedy was to build a house that was never to be finished. Interesting. So just constantly sink her money into till she runs out her double inheritance. And then that's her karma. I'm probably thinking that's what the psychic was trying to do. Crazy. But it says, in 1884, she bought a farmhouse in San Jose, California, and employed teams of workers to follow her designs every day for 38 years. That must have been a massive double inheritance to be able to constantly be constructing, constantly be building for 38 years, and to pay for labor and to pay for materials and all of that. My goodness. But for 38 years she was doing this based off what the psychic told her. And until her death, they created a vast eccentric mansion with 160 rooms, 40 staircases leading to nowhere, 1,257 windows, and 467 doors. Some of these doors would just be opening to walls. It's not certain if the house is haunted, though Sarah was convinced it was and often spoke of ghosts. So that right there is kind of a picture. Let me see if I can. Right there, it's a picture of the house. Crazy. Oh, is this Marie Antoinette? Oh, Versailles and the Tower of London. I really want to get to Versailles and the Tower of London. So bad. I just want to get over to the UK in general. So, haunted castles. We have the Tower of London, of course. I believe the Tower of London is where they did a lot of the torturing and executions and all the unsightly, horrible things, horrific things we don't even like to think about. It's beside the Thames River in London, England. It stands. It's an 11th century tower in London, probably one of the most haunted places on earth. Its dungeons held thousands of prisoners, including kings and queens and those accused of treason or heresy. Torture and execution were common. The aristocracy was beheaded on Tower Green, while commoners met their fate on Tower Hill, and their heads were stuck on spikes as warning. I cannot believe, well, let me not say that. It's just so unbelievable to grasp and, get my head around how cruel things were years and years ago. It just seems so barbaric to, cut somebody's head off. That's bad enough, but then to, put it on a stake and display it? Barbaric. So, of course, there's a whole lot of restless souls, angry, confused, hurt, sad, souls surrounding this place where so much pain and sadness was endured. It's crazy. So I guess they still do tours here and people can see the different torture tactics that took place. So then we have Versailles. Within the extensive grounds of the Palace of Versailles, just outside of Paris, France, stands La Petite Triomphe, the setting of many disturbing apparitions. The earliest to be recorded were encountered in the late 1800s, and today they are still startling visitors. Eleanor Jourdain and Charlotte Morbelly have detailed description of their visions. In their book, An Adventure, published in 1911, the experiences of others have been similar. Many have seen women that have believed to be Marie Antoinette, which is her here. And I think I heard somewhere that she never actually made the statement of let them eat cake. I believe that was an actual statement that she made, but look at how detailed this dress is. I mean, the girl loved fashion. She loved shoes and jewelry, having her hair perfected. This blue color with the ruffles. I mean, she was a queen after all. So they're saying that Marie Antoinette may be somewhere haunting the halls of Versailles. Some have glimpsed workers in 18th century clothes and have, perhaps, strangest of all, noticed woodland in houses that have not existed for more than 200 years. It seems that the landscape, as it was before the French Revolution, returns to haunt the present. Or is it that observers slip briefly back to the past? Oh, so they're saying that they're going out into the woodlands near the Versailles, right here in these woodlands. And that people are going out of here and they're seeing homes and structures that aren't there any longer, but were there in the past. And potentially they're being transported momentarily back to the past. And or these homes are just appearing. Crazy. So this is Battlefield Ghost. I'm not as interested in the war stuff. Ghost on the road. Driving alone a deserted road at night, especially deep in the country where there are no lights, is always a little scary. But if something that is not quite human appears in front of a car, or worse, inside of it, fear can turn into panic. Of course, among the many frightening stories that have been told, one of the most frequent is the phantom hitchhiker. See, this is 2024. We do not do that hitchhiking thing anymore. I cannot imagine, just being honest, I cannot imagine driving down a road at night and seeing someone on the side of the road and thinking, yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to pick them up and let a complete stranger into my car. It just simply isn't like it was back in the day. People are crazy. Why do you think my intro is always this crazy, crazy world? Because people are crazy. Absolutely not. Ghost at sea. Phantom ships manned by spectral crews. Kind of like Davy Jones, or like in the Pirates of the Caribbean, where they had the Phantom crew with Barbossa. And they came into the moonlight and they were all skeletal. But when they were out of the moonlight, they were like normal humans. But it was this curse of the black world. So maybe And then the Flying Dutchman, yep, right here. Ship of Skeletons, very similar to Pirates of the Caribbean, which I was just explaining. The power of the mind. Wow. This looks to be possibly like a CT scanned image of the brain. Always fascinates me. And the brain holds so much of our memories. Well, holds all of our memories and our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions. All in the brain. It's fascinating creation. The power of the mind. The cautious mind and its abilities are largely understood. The unconscious mind, however, remains full of mysteries, even though individuals and scientific institutions constantly study and experiment to learn more about its powers. It almost seems to work on its own, with little help from the conscious mind or the body. It may solve problems during sleep, show glimpses of the future, perhaps predict things that have not yet happened, or even manipulate physical objects, so moving things with your mind. When we sleep and the conscious mind is at rest, the unconscious mind continues to work as a dream maker and a problem solver. It's so crazy how a lot of dreams I don't remember, but I have a couple dreams that still linger in my mind. But I remember pretty much every detail, and I have one reoccurring dream. One reoccurring dream that always kind of like freaks me out. I'm like, are you trying to tell me something? But this is sixth sense. The best known senses are sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Then there is that mysterious sixth sense, sometimes called ESP, or extrasensory perception. Do our brains have extraordinary abilities that science has not yet explained? Is the number of senses greater than 5? Or do our 5 senses pick up more than we realize? Subtle sense, chemical signals, and sounds at the very edge of our range. So it goes into talk about ESP. Deja vu, which I feel I have all the time. I feel like I have a lot of deja vu. And then telepathy. Like twin telepathy. Twins seem to be able to read each other's thoughts or be able to feel each other's emotions even when they're far away from each other. There's been many reports about stuff like that happening with twins. It's so crazy. So it says, ESP is widely agreed that ESP exists today. So apparently it's widely agreed. Okay. By its nature, however, it is not easy to study. The term covers phenomena in which someone receives information without apparently using any of the 5 known senses. It includes telepathy and foretelling of the future, so like psychics. Sometimes, though, the sixth sense can be physical. It is thought that an area of the nose may be able to pick up on Earth's electromagnetic field. An area of the nose. Interesting. This could be the source of our sense of direction. Definitely stronger in some people than others, yes, because my sense of direction is horrific. When I tell you horrific, I mean horrific. I have to use a GPS nearly. If I don't know what location, I have to use a GPS. I'm always with GPS. I don't know how you guys used maps back in the day. I could not. So very interesting. It says it is possible that, like other animals, we can detect vibrations traveling through Earth and changes in air pressure. The brain processes these signals, whether or not it can make sense of them. An enormous amount is known about the brain's complex workings. but there is a lot still to discover. Despite studies using MRI scans, which you see right here, we are nowhere close to developing a computer that can read minds. Oh my goodness, if we could read minds, we'd be in a world of trouble. I always remember the question that people have, like, what superpower would you want? And I'm always like, invisibility or reading people's minds, but then I'm like, if I were to read people's minds, I feel like I would have my feelings hurt quite a bit. Just need to take a drink. So then, déjà vu is French for already seen, although it actually feels more like I have already been here before. It is unlike normal memory. Realizing halfway through a movie that you've already seen it is not déjà vu, it is something much stranger. A feeling that you have experienced something before while knowing that you have not. Perhaps surprisingly, déjà vu usually strikes at a very ordinary life moment. It is, as some say, because we have lived this life before. Or it could be that the unconscious mind registers the moments as a microsecond before the conscious mind, so that when it reaches the conscious mind, it is perceived as a memory. Like, déjà vu always freaks me out. And they're so right, it will be like a random moment where you're just like nothing significant, very much just ordinary day to day, and you're like, huh, I feel like I've been here before. And it's like, who do we could have been here before for all we know. So this one here says telepathy. Telepathy is the transfer of ideas and images directly from one mind to another, sometimes over great distances. Tribal societies regard it as normal. Scientific societies consider it special, something only for psychics and mystics. It is easy to be suspicious of telepathy because the magicians can fake it. Certainly a great deal is yet to be explained. Many people report having known that someone they care about is sick or is in danger long before the news arrives. Now, I certainly believe in that because there's been so many instances and stories I've heard of where people will be like, yeah, I was in bed, I was asleep, and then I had like a dream that something happened to my loved one, then I woke up and it turns out they passed. Or like they came to me at night and then I woke up and it turns out they had passed. Like, I've heard that many times, and it's like they're transferring this message and energy to you as a loved one to let you know ahead of the time, as maybe like a warning or a preparation that they're no longer here. So crazy. So then it goes into psychic detectives. So as this video has already gotten to be very long, I'm going to stop here. But please let me know if this is something that you enjoy, and there's so many more unexplained mysteries that we can delve into. So many more. So maybe I will make this like a little mini series for us ASMR lovers, and I hope that you truly did enjoy this. And I hope that the audio is better on this video than it has been in previous ones. I'm really trying to test out different things. So I hope that you have a great rest of your evening. And I will see you guys in another video.